So emergency departments in rural Ontario have faced staffing shortages in terms of physician providers for decades. In fact, the crisis is probably worse than it's ever been. And we know that at least part of this staffing shortage is driven by the fact that most rural providers are not that comfortable providing emergency care. Up to 50% of them actually don't have any additional training outside of the 2 years of family medicine. And so the SEME program really was designed to address this gap.
Working as a rural emergency physician is one of the hardest jobs in the world. At any moment, anything can walk through that door. And it doesn't matter if you've never intubated a child before or dealt with a patient in a house fire. If that patient rolls in, you're it. SEME is a 3-month enhanced skills program made for practicing family physicians who are working out in rural Ontario emergency departments. Not just teaching you the theory behind what ACLS and ATLS is, but taking a really practical approach about, when you see these cases, what are the nuances? How can I do this better? And be able to equip people to go through the small approaches around procedures so that when they happen in real life, that they're ready for it.
So the academic days were really helpful, and it was a great review of all these courses that are really fundamental to doing emergency medicine, like ATLS, ACLS, casting practice, ultrasound practice, things that usually as a staff would cost you thousands of dollars to pay for, whereas all of this was included within the program.
We have weekly simulation sessions that provide us with real-life example of challenging situations we'd see in the emergency department that we may not encounter every day. It really provided the grounds to help troubleshoot and network how we would deal with these situations in real life. And I found myself often in these situations thinking back to my SEME sessions and applying skills that I learned there.
One of the great parts about working in SEM is a lot of the preceptors have actually worked in rural areas. Like, they get it. They understand what it's like to be working alone or to have limited access to imaging or tests. That's really helping me distill down what's most important for working in those rural, remote areas.
I've been with the program since 2012. And we've had so many learners go through the program. And I have to say that I think I remember all of them. I have run into so many of them at conferences where they've come back and thanked us for the knowledge that we've provided them. Sometimes same cases that we do in SIM, they have had come through their doors and they are so much better prepared because they had our program.
One of the most rewarding aspects of being the program director for SEM was seeing the relationships that developed among the physicians. They worked together so closely and supported each other and continued to remain close even after the program was finished.
It was really great to interact with physicians who understand the nuances of working in smaller communities. And the best part was I got to meet physicians from all across the province, some of which who are still my best friends like 3 years later.
We're proud to have trained 233 physicians and counting, and the response really to our program has been phenomenal. 95% of graduates say that they feel comfortable practicing rural emergency medicine after they finish the program, and even up to 5 years out, we see 82% of them are still practicing emergency medicine.
It's just so great to know that we're impacting rural communities with this little program that we started off, that we were so hopeful that would do what it's doing. And so it just means a lot to be part of a program like that.
I think the biggest thing I got from the program was just confidence. Confidence in myself as a physician, confidence in treating situations in the emergency department, and just overall going to work feeling like I can manage whatever comes through the door.